Well, hello, guys. My name is Jess Van Kirk, and I am the CEO of Rewind Electronics. Now, you're probably wondering who we are. Well, we're a new startup company, and we're all about vintage electronics. But in order to get to know us a little bit better, you'll have to understand our core values, our mission statement, our fundamentals. And that's three things. It's called PPP: passion, preservation, and profit. Those are the three things that we believe will make us a successful business. And the first P is passion, because in order to be successful, you have to love what you do. And we love vintage electronics. And one of the things that we've seen over the years is that a lot of people, especially millennials, Gen X, and even baby boomers, they want their old stuff back, their old toys, or that old record player that they used to listen to as a kid. And now that they're grown up and they have the money, they're willing to pay for it. So we want to capitalize on that. And we also want to share that passion. We want to bring that moment back, like, wow, I remember that record player when I was a kid. Or I remember that song that I used to listen to on the radio. And most importantly, we want to preserve this merchandise to share with future generations. And that's what brings us to the second P, and that's preservation. So one of the biggest threats facing our society right now is climate change. Everybody talks about electric vehicles, conserving the environment. But one of the things that gets overlooked is how much electronic waste we throw out every single year. Everybody has to have the new iPhone every 6 months, or the new Fitbit, or the new 4K TV. And then the old stuff gets thrown out. And that's what we're about. We don't want this stuff, the old record player, the old TV, to be thrown out in the trash. We want to preserve that product, share it with you, and at the same time make a profit. And that's where our last P comes in, because of course, as a business, we want to capitalize on this and make that profit. Because like I've said, the last 2 years, people have become nostalgic. They want their old stuff back, and they're willing to pay whatever for it. And we want to take that opportunity to gain that market value. So that's what it's all about. So now you want to ask, what do we as Rewind Electronics offer to our customers? Well, that's simple. Repairs, sales, and rentals. Our first focus is sales. We want to go out and we want to buy this product at or below retail and make that profit. And we want to do that slowly, building on up to our 5-year goal, which we will talk about a little bit later into this. But the first thing is sales. We want to purchase the old electronics. We may want to purchase items to repair to sell for a profit, or we will want to purchase an item solely for the purpose of either parts or selling it for parts to make a profit. So that gets us to the next part of this, is the repairs. We want to offer repairs to our customers. We want to be able to fix the product, like we said before, sell it to the customer, or we want to actually bring you guys in and repair your product. So right now, there's a lot of people, reselling has become big over the last couple of years. And we want to capitalize on that, because a lot of these guys, they know how to resell, but they know nothing about how to fix the old record player, or the old CRT, or the VCR, the 8-track. That's where we come in, and we help you. You buy the record player, oh, it's broke, it's got a bad belt. You call us, we'll fix it for you, and you can sell it. Or we do it ourselves. We find merchandise that we think is feasible to repair, and then we sell it for a profit. Now, I might have a couple of naysayers here say, well, this product is only finite. Where do you get the parts for it? Well, there's always solutions to those problems. And we're going to talk about that today. I think we have 3 things that we can do. Parts are still out there, just how do you go about doing it? There's 3 options. 1, you can buy stock that's new, existing online at retailers. 2, you could purchase old, new stock. Or 3, you can harvest the parts. And we have a couple of examples here. So 1, you can obviously, like for belts, Amazon sells them, other electronics places sell certain parts and supplies. They're still out there. They're not as available as they used to be. But if you look, you can find them. Nothing's impossible here, folks. So the next thing is you can buy new old stock. Like we had purchased this. This is a VCR idler tire kit. They do not make these anymore. However, we were able to purchase this new old stock on eBay for a reasonable price. And then the third part is that we can actually go out and harvest the parts. If we find an electronic item that may not have any resale value, but the value itself is worth it in the parts, we'll do that. And as you can see, we have different VCR parts here, pinch rollers, idler assemblies, sensor lamps, more sensors, fuses, springs, brackets. We recycle it all, and there's screws as well, so that we never run out of what we need. So now we get into the third part of our business. Now, maybe you don't want to buy the big bulky TV that you're only going to use once or twice a year to watch your old family videos. Or maybe you don't want to pay $150 for a record player. But maybe you need something just for that one night or that one special occasion. That's where we come in. And we rent a product to you for a price. So essentially it benefits our business because we have merchandise that's here. We don't even have to sell it. We make money lending it out to you. So let's just say you want a record player for a 60s or a 70s themed event or a wedding. Well, we cater that to you. Or if you want you're trying to do a photo shot and you want some CRT TVs in the background for that photo shoot, we offer that to you. Or if you're a movie studio or you're doing something for educational purposes like a film or a documentary, we want to provide those products for you to rent at a price. So we have stuff here, and it could be working or not. That's the beauty of props. If we find something that's aesthetically pleasing, that's vintage, it doesn't work, it may still be worth it for us to purchase that product for a rental part of the business because it's going to make money whether it's working or not. So that would be the rental side of it. And now another little spin-off that we're thinking about doing is, a lot of people like to hire DJs. Why not have the old school DJ, where we basically, somebody wants a disco themed a wedding, or they want somebody just to do old school karaoke. That's where we come in. And we use a device like this. So we can plug in a microphone and some big speakers. And it can kind of be like the old DJ. And we just charge an hourly rate. So we're looking into those options as well to do like a rental service. But like on a DJ special event type thing. So that's where those are what we want to branch out into. So you're going to ask, how do we get there? How do we get to how will we reach our goals? Well, it's going to be done in a 5-year plan. And we're going to kind of start out slow and then hit the ground running. And the first year, one of the things that we have to do is we have to build up the inventory. We can't do rental if we don't have the supply. We can't sell if we don't have the supply. So in the first 6 months to a year, we're going to start building up the inventory, purchasing things to sell based on whether or not it's economical to buy it for parts, for resale, or for rental. We are going to build up that supply. We also have to buy the equipment, the parts and tools that we need to even think about doing repairs. We also want to train our people to learn how to fix these things, because a lot of these service technicians who used to work on these things in the 70s and 80s are no longer here. But we want to keep this going, and that's where that preservation part comes in. Remember, the 3 P's comes in. We want to be able to preserve this, and we want to be able to do what nobody else can do so that we can capitalize on that market. So first 6 months to a year, we'll do that. Now, one of the things I want to talk about too is our eventual goal is to be a brick and mortar footprint, a physical footprint. And a lot of businesses are struggling because of brick and mortar has not been successful. However, it's not impossible. And the businesses that are brick and mortar that do well are what are called niche businesses, meaning that they offer goods and services that nobody else does. So we want to be that niche business, and we want to get there over a 5-year plan. But right now, our initial first year, second year plan is to have an online presence only in the first year. So we want to basically sell items online. Let's just say we bought this record player for $25. We go around and sell it for $100. Well, we're going to take a portion of that profit, put it in a fund, and that's going to be like a snowball to help us build a business. And then the other profit will go back into buying another item to resell. So we kind of start that snowball effect, and the money in the business account would be used to grow that business over the next 5 years. So that first year to second year, we're going to snowball the business. Third to fourth year, we're going to start exploring the options of having some kind of physical location, whether it be an antique mall, side of the road hustle, yard sale. We're going to be doing that in conjunction with that. And then once we have our foot in the ground, then we can start doing the rental. Then we can start establishing the brand. Then we can start doing the repairs once we have the knowledge, the education that we need. And then in that fourth and fifth year, it will be phasing over into a brick and mortar presence. So we have a physical brand. But it wouldn't just be a physical brand, because all successful brick and mortars have an equal balance of online retail and physical retail, because you want to attract people into the business. You want to capitalize on your brand. And that's what our mission statement is about. It's about that passion. We want to have customers come into our physical location. We want to talk about the history. We want to sell them the product. We want to teach. We want to show them things about it, because that's our passion. We want to share it with you. We want to preserve the merchandise, and we need to profit. And how do we capitalize on that profit? Well, we have that balanced e-commerce and physical commerce at the same time. That way, we branch out, we capture the local market, but we also capitalize on the national market, bringing in people from all over the country to purchase our product. Because maybe somebody is looking for a specific VCR and they can't find it in their state. Well, we might have it. So that's what we want to capitalize on. So I want to end this with this. That is what we're about. Passion, preservation, and profit. That's why we're in this. We love vintage electronics. We love the history. You watch the old movies and you see the TV that used to be in the background, or, oh, I remember having that record player when I was a kid. That's what it's all about. And we want to build our business, and we want to share that passion with you. And that's what it's about. And we have our heart in this, and we want to do this, and we want to grow this business. And that's our pitch today. And we hope that you will invest in us, you will consider this, and that is our pitch. And we will not fail. Failure is not an option. But this is the initial strategy. This is our pitch video, and we hope you enjoyed this video with us today. Thank you.